Want to give Claude Code superpowers? Well, then you should definitely check out the Superpowers plugin. It makes Claude plan before it codes, write tests before implementation, review its own work, and actually follow through instead of going off script halfway through. The latest version even spins up a browser-based mockup server during brainstorming, showing you actual visual mockups, layout comparisons, and design alternatives that you can click to select live in your browser, while Claude iterates in real time based on your clicks. Most people I talk to haven't used it, so let's do something about that. This is your ultimate guide to superpowers in Claude Code. Hey, Alex here from GritAI Studio. Today we're doing the deep dive on Superpowers, the hottest plugin in the Claude Code ecosystem right now, created by Jesse Vincent, or Obra, on GitHub. This plugin essentially gives you a structured workflow from brainstorming all the way through implementation and testing. It's like plan mode on steroids, with everything you need baked in. And it actually follows the official Claude Code best practices advice. Explore first, then plan, and then code. And while the development workflow is the obvious use case, I've found that the brainstorming and visual companion features are incredible for all kinds of work. Writing, design, content planning, architecture, anything where you want to think things through properly before diving in. I've been running Superpowers for weeks now, and here's my honest reflection. Investing in the brainstorming phase, the scoping and planning, pays off tenfold. The plans that come out are 10x better, and in my experience, Claude one-shots everything I throw at it as long as you invest the time in the planning. It just feels like a major level up. Let me show you everything it does, including the new visual brainstorming feature that honestly blew my mind. Let's go. Let's get this installed first so you can follow along. Superpowers is in the official Anthropic marketplace, which is already registered when you install Claude Code. So you don't need to add a marketplace first. Just type /plugin. And that's it. Superpowers is now active in every Claude Code session. You can verify it by heading over to the Install tab, and you'll see Superpowers with all the 14 skills and the 3 key commands listed here. Brainstorm, write plan, and execute plan. Now let's look at what those skills actually do. Superpowers is built around these 3 commands: brainstorm, write plan, and execute plan. But I feel it's useful to talk about the core workflow as these 7 phases. First, we have brainstorming. Claude doesn't jump to code. It explores the project context first, then asks you question one at a time. It presents the design in digestible sections, getting your approval after each one. And if the topic involves anything visual, layouts, components, diagrams, it offers to spin up a browser-based companion. More on that in a minute. Then in the second phase, we have Git worktree isolation. Before touching any code, Superpowers can create an isolated Git worktree. Your main branch stays clean. If the implementation goes sideways, you just delete the worktree. Then phase 3, planning. Claude breaks the work into granular tasks with a full implementation plan. File inventories, verification commands, success criteria, and rollback procedures. The plan is written so clearly that, and this is an actual quote from the README file, an enthusiastic junior engineer with poor taste, no judgment, no project context, and an aversion to testing could follow it. Then we have sub-agent-driven development. Superpowers gives you 2 options here. You can dispatch tasks to sub-agents within your current session, multiple agents working in parallel. Or you can take the plan to a fresh session and execute it there, which is great for larger implementations where you want a clean context. Either way, each task gets implemented independently. Then we have test-driven development. I feel Superpowers has done a great job with this one. This is the Iron Law. No production code without a failing test first. Write the test, watch it fail, write minimal code to pass, and repeat. Then we have code review. Each subagent's work gets reviewed against the spec. Issues are caught before they compound. And then finally, we have branch completion, merge decision, cleanup, pull request creation if needed. Each of these steps or phases are made possible by the underlying skills in Superpowers. Each separate skill is in essence a markdown file with instructions and resources. They trigger automatically when Claude detects the right context. You don't invoke them manually. As of Superpowers version 5.02, it ships with 14 skills. In the core workflow, we have the brainstorming skill, which has the hard gate: do not write any code until you've presented the design and the user has approved it. This one includes the visual companion. Then we have the writing plan skill, which generates implementation roadmaps with file inventories, verification commands, success criteria, and rollback procedures. And then we have the executing plan skill. This runs plans in batches with review checkpoints. In the development category, we have a number of different skills, including the test-driven development skill. Then we also have the systematic debugging skill, where we have a 4-phase root cause analysis, and this ensures no guessing. Then we have the sub-agent-driven development skill, which allows us to run parallel agents, dispatching with spec review. In the quality assurance category, we have a requesting code review skill, which launches the code review sub-agent. Then we also have a receiving code review skill, and this is where it defines how to handle feedback. And this one's really interesting because it tells Claude not to blindly agree with review feedback. Verify technically before implementing anything. And then we also have a verification before completion skill. This one just says that it needs to run verification commands and confirm output before making any success claims. So evidence before assertions. Then we have a category, which I guess we can call operations, where we have the using Git worktree skill, which allows us to run isolated development branches. And then we have a finishing a development branch skill, which essentially takes care of all the merge, pull request, cleanup, decision tree. And we also have a dispatching parallel agent skill, which allows us to run multi-agent coordination. And then there are a couple of skills in what I would call the meta category, where we have the writing skills skill, which is essentially a test-driven development approach applied to skill creation, which allows you to create your own skills with that same rigor. And then there's the using Superpowers skill, which is essentially what brings everything together and how the whole framework itself works. So let me show you what a skill looks like inside. Here's the brainstorming skill. And in here, you can also see this anti-pattern section. And that's the philosophy. No shortcuts, even for the simple stuff. Now, this is the feature that honestly surprised me the most. This is brand new, and I experienced it for the first time just a couple of weeks ago. When you start brainstorming anything that involves visual decisions, UI layouts, component design, architecture diagrams, or navigation structures, Superpowers now offers to spin up a local browser-based companion. I guess they got some inspiration from the /playground. Watch what happens here. After exploring the project, Claude offers that some of what we're working on might be easier to explain if I can show it to you in a web browser. Yes, of course. Yes, please. Now a local server spins up, which gives you a URL like this, and you can then open that in your browser. Now, here's where it gets really cool. Claude writes HTML content fragments, not full pages, just the content, and the server automatically wraps them in a styled frame with interactive elements. Look at this. Claude's showing me different layout options. Each one here is a clickable card. My click gets recorded to a .events file, and when I go back to the terminal and respond, Claude reads both my text and my browser interaction. It's supposed to know what I've clicked, but this part here feels a bit random at times, and you'll probably have to type in what you chose if you get stuck, but I guess that's fine. Based on my feedback, Claude iterates, and now it writes a new HTML file with a more detailed mockup of the full design layout. The server automatically serves the newest file. And this, as far as I can understand, is using some built-in CSS classes that the server provides. There are classes for options like the A, B, and C clickable choices with selection indicators. Then we have these cards, which it uses for visual design presentations. And then we have these mockups, which are wireframe containers with headers. We also have these split views with the side-by-side comparisons. And then sometimes it uses this pro-con structure comparison layout. And then we also have some mock elements like wireframe, building blocks, nav bars, sidebars, buttons, inputs, and so on. Getting a complete design during brainstorming is absolutely insane. The visual companion is a tool, not a mode. Claude decides per question whether something is better shown visually or discussed in text. The server auto-exits after 30 minutes of inactivity. Mockups persist in the .superpowers/brainstorm folder by default in your project directory, where you can reference them in the future. You can also add that to your git ignore if you want to. So think about what just happened. During brainstorming, before a single line of production code was written, I got to see and interact with visual mockups of my feature. I clicked to select layouts, reviewed component designs, and gave feedback in real time. And this works for way more than just coding. Imagine brainstorming a presentation structure, a content strategy, an information architecture for a website, anything where seeing options side by side beats reading about them in plain text. It's genuinely a different level of collaboration and feedback loops. After brainstorming is approved, Superpowers writes a design spec document to docs Superpowers and commits it to Git. But it doesn't just write and move on. There's an automated spec review loop. Claude dispatches a spec document reviewer subagent to check the spec. If the reviewer finds issues, ambiguities, missing edge cases, or inconsistencies, Claude fixes them. Then it dispatches the reviewer again. This runs for up to 5 iterations, then surfaces to you for guidance. After the automated review passes, Claude asks you to review the written spec before proceeding. Only after both the automated review and your approval does it move to implementation planning. It just feels so much better than a single run with plan mode. So by the time code actually starts being written, you've got a solid, reviewed design document committed to Git. Everyone's on the same page, and if something goes sideways later, you can always go back and see what was agreed on and why. Alright, let me show you the full flow in action. I'm going to ask Claude to think about this new feature in my application here. So for phase 1, brainstorming triggers automatically. Claude explores the project, then asks questions one at a time. After a few questions, Claude presents a design spec in sections, and I approve each section. In phase 2, we have the spec review, and this is where that loop runs. Claude writes the spec, dispatches the reviewer, and passes on the second iteration. I review and approve. For phase 3, we move into planning. Claude generates an implementation plan, and this isn't just a vague outline. It's very specific. I review it and approve it. And now finally for phase 4, where we do the subagent dispatch. Now Superpowers gives me a choice. I can dispatch subagents right here in the current session, multiple agents working in parallel, or I can take this plan to a fresh Claude Code session and execute it there with a clean context window. For this demo, I'll run it in the current session. And now we can see Claude launches multiple subagents. If we watch closely here in phase 5, we see test-driven development in action. Watch this subagent here. It writes a test, runs it, writes minimal code to make it pass. And then we move into code review. A review agent reads the implementation against the spec. It catches some issues, and the implementation agent fixes it, and then finally the review passes. In this phase, we have the verification. Before Claude says done, it runs the verification commands from the plan. Tests pass, and only then does Claude report completion. And that's Superpowers. Feature implemented, tested, reviewed, and verified. With a committed design spec you can always reference later. Compare this to raw Claude Code. I might have gotten something in less time, but I'd often end up spending the next 20 minutes debugging edge cases that it missed or adding details that I just didn't think about in my simple planning phase. The TDD skill deserves special attention because it's the most opinionated and arguably one of the most valuable parts. The skill was bulletproof through 6 red-green refactor iterations. Red, write a test that describes the behavior you want, run it, and watch it fail. Green, write the minimum code to make the test pass, nothing more. And then refactor, clean up, remove duplication, and run tests again. The key insight from the skill: if you didn't watch the test fail, you don't know if it tests the right thing. So here are some tips for getting the most out of Superpowers. Don't fight the brainstorming phase. It feels slow at first, but those minutes of questions save a ton of time spent on rework. Trust me, invest in the planning and Claude one-shots the implementation. Say yes to the visual companion. If your feature involves any UI work, the browser mockups are incredible for getting alignment before code is written. Read the plan document. Claude generates it for you to review. If something looks wrong, catch it now, not after 3 subagents have implemented it. The verification step is sacred. Superpowers won't let Claude claim success without evidence. Hold it to that standard. Try both execution modes. Run subagents in your current session for smaller tasks. For bigger implementations, take the plan to a fresh session with a clean context window. Both work great. Just watch that context window. And start with a real task, not a test. Don't try Superpowers on a hello world. Use it on something you'd normally build. That's where you see the big difference. Superpowers takes Claude Code from fast code generator to a genuinely methodical partner. And while the development workflow with TDD and code review is the headline feature, I honestly think the brainstorming and visual companion are just as valuable. For design work, content planning, architecture decisions, anything where you need to think before you build. Explore, plan, execute. Exactly what Claude Code's own best practices recommend, but automated and enforced. If you already installed it at the start of the video, great. If not, here it is again. My recommendation: start your next real task and let the brainstorming phase run. When it offers the visual companion, say yes, don't skip any of the phases. Invest in the planning. By the end of that first session, you'll understand why this is becoming a very popular plugin in the ecosystem. I hope you found this video helpful. Please subscribe to the channel and drop a comment below. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.